Water signs. What's up, y'all? How you doing? Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So we're going to take a little look here tonight and see if the person you are in a relationship with is being faithful. So I'm expanding this out a little bit. Usually when I do the current relationship, I will indicate whether or not it's the new person or the current long-term relationship. This, I'm going to try to throw a blanket over both of them. So whether this is somebody you just got with last month or somebody you've been with since 2020, take it how it resonates. So this is one mini reading for each water sign, one for Cancer, one for Scorpio, one for Pisces. If you are in need of a personal reading, all the information on how to go about doing that is in the description of this video. And for those of you catching this on time, we got one more day, y'all. One more day. Tomorrow, Sunday, November 30th, 2025, is the last day of our Black Friday sale. After tomorrow, all the prices go back to regular price. And the Zoom call prices aren't going to go back down again until next November. So you can read up all on all the sales that I have to offer on my website, carolwithrich.com. Link is in the description. All right, Cancer. Let's see the energy of the person that you're dealing with. So if you're not in a relationship, this is not for you. If you are in a long-term relationship and there are no concerns, doubts, no lack of trust, this is not for you. If you trust your partner, you don't need to be watching me. Go enjoy your love life. Okay? All right. Let's see how the energy's looking. Some of you, now this is going to be real specific. I know this isn't all of you, but there's a little handful of you who may suspect that something's going on at their workplace. Like, I don't know if you're suspicious that they say they're going to work and they're not. Or maybe if you're suspicious they're seeing someone at the workplace. If that resonates with you, I'm being told to tell you, no, they are not. They're not lying about anything to do with their job. You know me, I'm gonna fucking tell you if they are. If you're new here, I ain't the fucking one that's gonna sprinkle sugar on this shit and make it sound cute. Okay? I'm gonna tell you what comes through. I don't see that. Well, I don't know. See, the 10 of Wands in the reverse. This person does kind of feel like this connection is turning into a little bit of a burden, especially if this is long-term. If this is not long-term, if this is a new relationship, they may be concerned that this is going to turn into a burden. They very well may. Seven of Swords reversed. This would tell me that I don't think this person is actively cheating right now in the moment. But with the Seven of Pentacles, Three of Cups, Two of Pentacles, at best, I think this person is contemplating whether or not the grass would be greener on the other side somewhere. And for some of you, they may have their eye on somebody, but I don't think that's very many. Not really. Also, too, when it all comes down to it, for the majority of you, I think what this is, and this is they may suspect you of having a third party. Why? I don't know. But I'm not really seeing anything that indicates that they're being unfaithful. But I am seeing an energetic and emotional disconnect. And them really contemplating whether or not this is worth putting forth the work, the energy, and the effort. So usually when this kind of energy comes through right here, and right here, and right here, usually it's just a matter of time. ideally, they should just leave, right? But not everybody likes to roll like that. Anywho, don't get me started on that. Some of y'all dealing with a Virgo. It's the only sign I have on the table. Let's get the advice here. Let's get the advice. What's the advice? And King of Cups reversed. I think y'all need to have a conversation. Y'all need to have a real serious conversation and a come to Jesus moment. Like, big time. Because the longer this energy simmers, I think it's on both parts right now. I think you be wondering about them and they be wondering about you. If y'all could clear that energy up on both sides, very successful life partnership. Very successful. But everybody out there should hopefully know that a successful life partnership is still going to require work. Some people, I think, like especially my generation, I'll be 38 in February. You know, we grew up, our childhood was in the 90s. We were born in the 80s. And movies, Disney movies and shit, poisoned our minds into thinking that one day when the right person shows up, all your problems are going to go flying out the window, kick your feet back, float on a cloud, happily ever after. That ain't the way it works at all. Now, yeah, you'll be doing plenty of floating on a cloud. There will be plenty of happily ever after. But even when you are with your divine life partner, both of you still have to work to create happily ever after. Right? It's just like you want to manifest financial abundance. Okay, well, you can manifest your own business, your own successful business, but you better be working your ass off on a daily basis to keep that business afloat. There are going to be days when you don't fucking feel like it. There's going to be a whole week where you don't fucking feel like it. It don't matter. You still got to work to keep that afloat. Same thing with the relationship. So there's a lot of potential. There's no need for this to necessarily come to an end right now. But if it continues, the universe is going to add one stick to the bundle every day. It's going to get a little bit heavier and a little bit heavier and a little bit heavier and a little bit heavier. And it's just like putting a balloon on a helium tank and cracking the valve. It may be blowing up very slowly, but if it don't stop, it's going to blow eventually. So, yeah, a lot of potential here. Maybe think outside the box. Try to approach the situation from a different perspective. Have a conversation that you've never had, something. Because, yeah, this could turn into a very, very unnecessary karmic tie. All right, hang on, I'm thirsty as fuck. All right, Kangen water, boy, fresh out of the machine. All right, Scorpio. Boom, 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 boom. For some reason, this is the deck that always yells at me when I want to pull Scorpio energy. I don't know why. It's kind of dark and a little bit dramatic, right? It's very Rider-Waite-y, very, very Rider-Waite based. But it's dramatic and dark like Scorpio. All right. Let's see the energy of the person that you are in a relationship with. Death card reversed. Could be a fellow Scorpio for some of you. I don't think that's for many of you. That's not a very common energetic pairing. I've only seen that like maybe 2 or 3 times throughout my whole career, but whatever. I don't think this person wants this to come to an end. They do not. That's not saying much though, so hold up. Boom, Fool card, 5 of Wands though. 7 of Pentacles. This is the card that everybody has in common for this so far. So let me give you a little crash course in the tarot. I do have a course on this, but here's a little freebie. So in this card right here, this is the 7 of Pentacles. This indicates something that this dude has put forth a lot of work, energy, and effort. A lot. He has worked his ass off to get his garden or his crops or whatever it is, but it's not quite where he wants it to be. He doesn't have that 10 Pentacles yet. And he's stepping back and looking at it, taking a break, contemplating, is it worth continuing to put forth all this work? Am I ever going to get my ROI, my return on investment? Right? So this, when this comes up, this is somebody contemplating whether or not working on this is going to be a waste of time, but they haven't made a decision yet. Now, when it's in the reverse, that's usually an indication that they just feel like it's a waste of time and they're turning their back on it. I don't have that though. This person does feel like you all are looping around in a toxic karmic cycle, if this is long-term. If it's not, that would be something totally different. This here is for those of you in a long-term relationship. This is one, I think that I can think of, this is the only card that's not very rider weighty. This is the 5 of Wands, which pretty badass 5 of Wands, but when it comes to depicting the actual meaning of the 5 of Wands, it doesn't really do it. This is the card of conflict, drama, conflict, and whatnot. So they're wondering why you all are, or if this is not a long-term connection, I think they may be worried that this could turn into a toxic cycle. Like maybe they see your no-nonsense, serious fucking attitude and they're like, oh God, at some fucking point, this is gonna blow up. At some fucking point. And they're concerned, like, well, shit. How much further should I take this? But I'm not seeing anything here that indicates dishonesty or infidelity. That energy is not coming through here at all. So let's get the advice. What's the advice for Scorpio? Oh shit, 10 of Swords. King of Pentacles reverse. 10 of Wands, man. This is one of them types of things where I don't know what you can do here. Not gonna lie to you. If this is long term, if y'all been with this person for like 5 years or more, not really a whole lot you can do. It's a team effort that has to be done here. There's not really a whole lot you can do here, honestly. Not really. I don't want to say just wait and see if the universe kicks the tower over on you. I don't want to say that. I don't want to just give you another one of my talking points that you've heard me say 1,000 times. I want to try to bring something really valuable to this situation, and I'm struggling with that because this looks like this energy is very, very fixed. Are you with another fixed sign by chance? Are you dealing with somebody that has a fixed sun, moon, or rising? because this energy feels very, very fixed, very much so. And normally what I would say in this situation is about all you can do is just step back and let it be what it is. You know, after a certain point, what you got's what you fucking got. After 5 years, 90% of what you got's what you got. You ain't gonna change them. They ain't gonna change you. Only person you can change is you. So all you can really do is step back and say, all right, fuck it. It is what it is. You are who you are. I can't change you. I can't change nothing. So fuck it. It is what it is. But I mean, maybe that's about all you can do. That's about all you can do, because it gets to a point where if you try to fight it, it's going to fight against you. If you let go, it's going to slip away from you. I guess there's a small chance that for some of you, if you release just a little bit, just enough, not saying completely let it all go and let it crumble to the ground, but if you release just enough, that the reality of this connection starting to become more energetically distant is going to sink in and become more tangible between the two of you, then that sometimes can light a fire under both of your asses. I don't really want to lose this. I'm willing to really do whatever it takes. And you know what it takes? You know what it takes? We have to have a conversation. Now, here's how the conversation has to go, okay? I have to come and bring my concerns to the table. And I have to do it like a calm, cool, respectable adult. I can't come at you bitchy, shitty, nasty, and aggressive, because you are naturally going to defend yourself. It's just going to turn into a fight. That's going to go nowhere. I bring my concerns to the table like a respectable, calm, cool adult. Very, gentle and whatnot. And you let your guard down, put your ego aside, shut your mouth, and listen to me. Okay? Now, it's your turn. You bring your concerns to the table like a calm, cool, respectable adult. You don't come to me bitchy, shitty, nasty, and disrespectful, because I'm going to fucking defend myself, and it's just going to turn into a fight. It's going to go absolutely nowhere. Bring your concerns to the table in a way that's going to feel safe and comfortable for me to let my guard down and let you in. I step back, let my guard down, put my ego aside, and shut my mouth, and I listen to you without arguing with you. And once we've both done that, now we both come together and meet in the middle. This is what I need to work on. This is what you need to work on. And we better start fucking doing it. It's one thing to talk about it. It's another thing when the universe says, all right, it's time to prove it, and puts you in that situation. And then as long as you can see me putting forth effort, and I can see you putting forth effort, shit, we're on our way. That's all we need to do. We're looking for effort, not perfection, effort. I can't expect you to flip a switch and turn into my idealized version of who I think you should be overnight. That's not realistic. And you can't expect that out of me. But I am looking for effort. Are you willing to try? Do you take accountability? Are you willing to work on yourself? Because you're going to see me do it. You're going to see me take accountability and work on myself. As long as we're both doing that, that's all you need. That's it. That's it right there. Just throw everything else out the window. Fuck the soul contract. Fuck your zodiac sign. Two people doing that together, nothing will come between the two of you. Nothing. Nothing. There's not a single soul on this planet that can sabotage that. Promise you that. All right. Pisces. Pisces. Let's see the energy and the intentions of the person that Pisces is currently dealing with. I don't even know what deck I want to use, bro. How about this one? Person Pisces is dealing with. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, five of wands reversed. Okay, so in this person's energy, Seven of Cups reversed. I do not get the idea that this person is being unfaithful or doing things that are not loyal. I do not. However, I'm also getting another indication that okay, so first of all, this person does have feelings for you. Absolutely, 100%. But I do think that sometimes they do contemplate whether or not moving on would be an option. And the main thing that holds them back is fear of the unknown. Fear of leaping out into the great unknown and starting over from scratch. That is the main thing that's keeping them here. So I don't think they would really want to do anything to jeopardize that. I don't think so. They do look back on what you all had. For those of you in a long-term relationship, they do miss what you all had. And they would like it to get back to that at some point. I'm not seeing anything here that indicates infidelity actively happening. I'm also not really thinking that this is somebody that would do that if they could. I don't think so. So then you know what that means, right? If this person is faithful and loyal and honest, but you're so unsure of that you had to come check with me just to make sure, there's a serious energetic disconnect at a very deep level. All right? Because if there is genuine trust between the two of you, why can't you feel it? If you really have no reason not to be able to trust them, why are you not able to pick up on that? That's the question. That's what we have to look at here. Either A, you're projecting your insecurities onto them, or B, the two of you are just a vibrational mismatch. Becoming a vibrational mismatch, right? Because once you're on two separate frequencies, you can't even coexist in the same space, but you're becoming more and more vibrationally dissonant, you know? Some of you dealing with a Leo also have Aquarius, Aries. Could be anybody. Those are just energies. Okay, well, let's get the advice. I kind of felt like a little bit of a cliffhanger there. I didn't really like how that came out, but that's what came through, so. Ooh, you know what? Hang on. This one's laying over there yelling at me. Oh man, where'd it go? It ain't in the box. Where's my modern spellcasters at, dude? Man, where are my modern spellcasters at, bro? Is this it? No. Oh, well, fuck it. Let's use this one. Let's use the goddamn Lord of the Rings. No, I'm not a Lord of the Rings fan. I just think the artwork looks cool. I had it in my Amazon cart for like a year. And then a few months back, we went to a Gothic convention here in Vegas at the convention center. And this was for sale. And I was like, you know what? I've had that in my Amazon cart for like a year. Let me go ahead and grab it up. What's the advice for Pisces? See, here's my concern, man. See, everything as far as energy and intentions goes looks good for now. Okay? However, tension is building. And I think most of you know that tension is building. If tension completely continues to build to the point where the energetic connection between the two of you is almost non-existent, that's when intentions can go flying out the window. Right? These are so... I didn't even think about what I was getting myself into reading this. I didn't even think about it. The hardest part about my job is that when it comes to relationship advice, I don't care who did what. I don't care what side of the coin you're on. I don't care if you're the victim or the abuser. I don't care if you're the antagonist or the protagonist. I don't care if you're the toxic one or the non-toxic one. Doesn't matter. There is no one piece of advice that you can give one person that's going to fix the whole situation. Doesn't work like that. Doesn't work like that. And the only thing I can tell you with a situation like this is keep your eye on the energy. Your energy. Don't waste too much time trying to figure your energy out, right? Because, like I said, I just told you, for the majority of you, you're not dealing with an unfaithful person. You're not. So now, does that fix anything? No. That may make you feel good for a couple of days, maybe a week, but that voice of doubt is going to swim back up to the surface and start putting those thoughts in your head. Then what? Then what? If you're not connected at a deep enough level to be able to pick up on their intentions, doesn't matter what I tell you. See what I'm saying? So you want to monitor that energy. It doesn't matter if you are intuitively picking up on something that is off about that person or if you just fucking tripping. Doesn't matter. That energy, lack of trust, is like cancer. It's like termites in your house. If it's not put in check, it will, not it might, not it could, it will lead to the demise of the connection. It will. And best case scenario, you have a very hollow, empty, miserable life partnership. Best case scenario. Best case, right? So monitor that energy. If the energy and the tension continues to build and the doubt continues to build and you find yourself constantly laying awake at night wondering whether or not you can trust them, losing sleep because you can't tell whether or not they're telling you the truth, is it really necessary to even have somebody like that in your life? That's an open-ended question. I'm genuinely curious. Would you rather have somebody in your life that makes you lose sleep because you don't know if you can trust them than to just simply be by yourself? Open-ended question. Just curious. I don't know about you, but I will fucking die alone. I would rather die alone than have somebody in my life that does nothing but make me feel like shit all the time. Somebody that I don't know if I can trust. I hate that feeling. Fuck that feeling, dude. Fuck that feeling. That's the worst feeling in the world. Sitting around wondering whether or not you're being betrayed. That will eat away at your soul, dude. Fuck that. Who do I need in my life so bad that I'm willing to endure feeling like that all the fucking time? I don't need you in my life that fucking bad. For what? What's the point? What's the point? I'm good. The way I see it is if being by myself hurts worse than that, I got something fucking wrong that I need to work on. I got a serious problem deep down in here that I need to fucking work on. So monitor the energy of this situation. Try to connect at a deeper level if you possibly can, because this is whittling away and getting weaker and weaker and weaker by the day, okay? All right, y'all, I feel like those were the messages that my water sign family needed to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget, information for personal readings is all down here in the description. Don't forget, if you're catching this on time tomorrow, Sunday, November 30th, 2025 is the last day of our Black Friday sale. After tomorrow, starting December 1st, all the prices go back to normal, and the Zoom call prices are gonna not be fucked with until next November. That's the way we do it. We run all kinds of specials and promos and stuff like that through different times throughout the year. Not on Zoom calls, though. We don't fuck with them Zoom call prices until Black Friday. That's a very specific thing that we do. So if you're interested in that, we got a big old huge hunk of the price chopped off of it right now for one more day. Okay? Information is in the description. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. I will see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity. Stay blessed.